Here is a simple fact. Nearly 60% of us have what is considered a subprime credit score. It's the quiet epidemic of our generation. I spent many years silently struggling with this too, watching others sip champagne while I watched them from the coach section, thinking that good credit was some golden ticket reserved for the lucky few. As my score inched up slowly, I wanted to burst out. Look, I got approved for a 3% interest rate on a credit card. But no one cared, and to be honest, neither did I. It didn't fix my underlying problem of having a limited credit history. I kept hearing the same stale advice: pay your bills on time for 7 years and everything will magically improve. But 7 years? Really? While my life would be over by then. Well, spoiler alert, I discovered something different. It wasn't until I stumbled upon some very specific, very overlooked loopholes in the credit system that my score shot up like a rocket, jumping from 512 to 719 in just 14 months. And I did it without opening a single new credit card. Want to know how? Buckle up, because today I am revealing the 5 insane hacks I personally used to avoid the classic credit game, break the rules, and climb the credit ladder faster than anyone thought possible. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the tool that the credit bureaus themselves recommend to everyone who's just starting out: the humble, secured credit card. But I didn't want a secured card. The catch is that to qualify for one, you usually need to put down a security deposit equal to your card's credit limit. Think about that. In order to borrow $300, you first have to have $300 sitting idle in a locked account, money you can't use for God knows how long. And that's assuming you even have the spare cash lying around. But not everyone does. So instead of settling for a secured card, consider this option. Walk into your local credit union and ask them for what's called a credit builder loan. Essentially, they'll set aside a sum of money, say $1,000, in a savings account, locked away, inaccessible to you. You then repay the loan over time, typically 6 to 12 months, with a small monthly payment. And here's the critical difference, the loophole. You borrowed that $1,000 and immediately pay back $900 of it right then and there. Poof! Leaving only $100 as the outstanding balance. You're borrowing $1,000, but immediately returning 90%, showcasing your commitment to responsible borrowing. Since the lender sees a substantial drop in credit utilization, it looks like you took on a lot of credit, but quickly showed you could handle it. In fact, the portion of your credit score dedicated to payment history and credit utilization jumps from 65% to 100%. That's the biggest single impact you can have on your score. To top it off, you're building positive payment history simultaneously. Not only do you appear creditworthy, but you also cultivate a positive relationship with your lender, laying the groundwork for future interactions. It's like a cheat code, a clever way to manipulate the system to reflect your true credit. In my case, after taking out 2 such loans, staggered by a few months, my score rocketed upwards by a whopping 42 points. Remember, play smart, not hard. Utilizing this hack smartly allows you to build trust with lenders without incurring high interest or risking your finances. When you decide to apply for a loan or a credit card, lenders will view you in a much more favorable light. You won't be just another applicant with a low score. You'll be the one standing out, signaling responsibility and reliability. So far, we've covered how to turn a bad credit score into a good one through loans and saving. Now, I am gone. Teach you how to accelerate the process of getting a good credit score to an excellent one. And the answer has nothing to do with spending more. Think about this for a moment. What if you could leapfrog from a mediocre 670 score to a coveted 750 score without waiting years? The concept sounds like a pipe dream, But it's entirely possible thanks to a little-known tactic. By signing up for programs that monitor your existing payment history, you can bolster your credit profile in an instant. Your credit journey doesn't stop here. This is just the start. Subscribe now and stick with me for the continuation of this video, because the next strategy could be the one that changes your financial future. Thanks for watching.